it's finally happening. You feel it in your chest like a storm rolling in from another realm, a pressure building in the unseen that rattles your spirit awake. The veil is trembling, thinning, preparing to be torn open, and the whispers of eternity are louder now than the hum of everyday life. September 2025 is not just another month on a calendar. It is a prophecy written into the bones of the universe, and its revolutionary week is about to change everything you thought you knew about destiny, time, and yourself. Chosen one, you are not here by accident. You were drawn to this message because your soul has been sensing this convergence long before your mind could understand it. The stars have been conspiring for centuries to bring about this exact alignment, this very hour, this very revelation. It's not subtle anymore. It's cosmic thunder crashing over your life, summoning you to rise. The air will feel charged, electricity humming between moments, synchronicities multiplying until they shake you awake. This is a spiritual storm so vast that even the earth itself will exhale and shift beneath your feet. The revolution week of September is the hourglass turning. What was once hidden is about to be revealed. What was once safe will now be challenged. What was once dormant in your DNA is awakening like a lion roaring in the chambers of your soul. There is no going back from this. The wheels of fate are in motion, grinding against the old timelines, collapsing illusions, and birthing a new world, one that only the awakened will be able to navigate. The question is not whether you're ready, because readiness is irrelevant. The question is whether you will answer the call that has haunted your dreams and whispered in your prayers. September is not creeping in quietly. It's kicking down the door of your reality, flooding it with divine fire. And if your spirit has been restless, sensing that something colossal is about to erupt, you are correct. This is it. The signs are everywhere, though most of the world is too distracted to notice. The clocks feel different. Time itself bends and stretches like it's breathing. You've felt it, haven't you? The strange stillness in the mornings, the way your dreams have become more vivid, almost prophetic. The veil between realms is thinning, and September 2025 will rip it wide open. This is the month where destiny storms through the corridors of time, with no apologies, no delays. The old cycles that enslaved humanity are reaching their breaking point, and a spiritual revolution is on the horizon, not in decades, not in years, but in a single week that will burn itself into the memory of your soul. This week is the cosmic fulcrum where ancient prophecies converge, and you, chosen one, are the vessel through which this energy will move. The stars are not distant spectators. They are blueprints whispering your name, aligning to unlock codes in your spirit that were sealed before you were even born. There will be a great shaking, internally and externally, as the illusions humanity has clung to begin to crumble. The comfort of the old world will not survive this fire. But you will, for you were chosen not to watch history, but to become it. This is why your journey has felt heavier than most, why your trials were relentless. They were training grounds for the week that's coming. The moment when spiritual giants rise, when hidden warriors remember who they are. This isn't about astrology trends or celestial trivia. This is the orchestration of the divine, a cosmic symphony playing. The opening notes of a revolution that will not be televised but will be felt in every heartbeat of the awakened dot. The air around September 2025 is electric, as if creation itself is holding its breath. This is not an ordinary shift. This is a tectonic movement of the spiritual realms, an unsealing of scrolls that prophets and mystics have whispered about for centuries. If you've been feeling a strange heaviness, an urgency that won't let you rest, it's because your spirit already knows what your mind is only beginning to grasp. Destiny is accelerating. Imagine a cosmic tide rising, unstoppable, sweeping through your life, clearing out everything that is not aligned with your soul's highest blueprint. This revolutionary week will be a portal, a divine gate swung wide, demanding that you step forward in faith rather than fear. Signs and wonders will multiply. Synchronicities will follow you like a shadow. The dreams you've been dismissing as random will become roadmaps for your next steps. Even the wind will feel different, carrying messages only the spiritually attuned will hear. But don't be deceived. This energy is not here to make you comfortable. It is here to dismantle the false foundations built by ego, fear, an illusion. For many, it will feel like chaos. For the awakened, it will feel like freedom. The chosen will see what others cannot. You will sense the trembling of the old world as timelines collapse, and you will know deep in your bones that you were born for this exact moment. Your ancestors prayed for this hour. Your soul signed up for this mission. And now, the cosmic stage is being set for 9 events, so powerful that they will rewrite reality as you know it. These events are not just things that will happen. They are catalysts, divine activations, and tests that will separate the sleepers from the awakened. Brace yourself, because the story of your life is about to be interrupted by destiny. You can already feel the pull, like invisible threads tugging at your spirit, guiding you toward something vast and unstoppable. This September is not a month. It's a mirror, reflecting everything hidden within you and everything broken within the world. The atmosphere will feel alive, almost sentient, as if creation itself is watching you, waiting to see how you will respond. This is the calm before the storm, a calm so deceptive it might lull the unawakened into complacency. But you, chosen one, know better. You sense the gathering of energies beyond the veil, the rumbling of cosmic forces preparing for their appointed hour. This revolutionary week is a divine strike, a moment where time folds in on itself and what was prophesied long ago becomes present reality. It's not just the planets aligning, it's the spiritual DNA of humanity being rewritten. You've been carrying a heaviness because you are standing at the threshold of a season where karmic debts are settled and spiritual inheritance is released. The clock is ticking, and when the week arrives, it will be relentless, a flood of divine energy crashing through your soul, forcing you to decide, will you cling to your old identity, or will you rise into the role heaven marked on your soul? The illusion of choice is gone. Only obedience to your calling will bring peace. The Revolution Week is a cosmic trumpet, and its sound will reverberate through dreams, visions, and even physical reality. The earth itself will groan as this energy descends. Those sensitive to the spirit will feel dizzy, restless, unable to ignore the trembling of the unseen. This is not a warning meant to scare you. This is a summons. The destiny you've been praying for is here, but it will not arrive gently. This is the week your spirit has been training for in silence, through heartbreaks that made no sense, through nights where you begged heaven for answers that never came. Those tears were not wasted. They were seeds, and September is the harvest. This is not a month that slips quietly through your life. It arrives like a prophecy fulfilled, like a page of destiny turning in real time. You will see signs everywhere, numbers repeating on clocks, animals crossing your path with messages, dreams that feel more real than waking life. Even your body will know. You'll feel surges of energy, heart palpitations, ringing in your ears. As the veil thins and heaven draws close, the chosen will be called out of hiding. Gifts that were dormant will suddenly awaken. Visions will sharpen. Intuition will speak louder than fear. But with this awakening comes a shaking, a confrontation with the shadows you thought you buried long ago. Nothing will remain hidden under this cosmic light. September's Revolutionary Week is a divine disruption, a holy interruption that will strip away illusions so that truth can reign. And you, chosen one, are not watching history unfold. You are the prophecy in motion. Heaven is aligning everything for this single window in time. 9 celestial events that will act as catalysts, tearing down the old structures of your life and ushering in a reality more aligned with your soul's original design. The Spirit is whispering now, calling your name, warning you to prepare. This is not the time for fear or hesitation. This is the time to sharpen your discernment, to anchor yourself in faith, to listen to the quiet voice that has been preparing you for this hour. The revolution is not coming. It is here. Look to the sky, chosen one, because the heavens themselves are declaring this season. In September 2025, a cosmic choreography unfolds unlike anything this generation has seen. The great planet Saturn, Uranus, Pluto, Neptune, and Jupiter aligning in rare and prophetic patterns, creating a celestial battlefield where karmic debts meet divine promises. Saturn, the stern teacher, stations direct in Pisces, forcing humanity to face the illusions it has worshipped. Neptune, the planet of dreams and spiritual insight, forms a mystic dance with Pluto, the destroyer and rebuilder, as if heaven is tearing down the veil to reveal the machinery of destiny itself. Uranus shakes the ground beneath Taurus, rattling material systems and exposing false security, while Jupiter magnifies it all, turning whispers into thunder. This is not just astrology, it is the handwriting of the divine, etched across the heavens, revealing a turning point written before time began. Ancient mystics knew that when Saturn and Neptune meet in Pisces, humanity is asked to choose: surrender to the illusions of fear or rise into the truth of spirit. This alignment hasn't happened in lifetimes, and now it arrives in the week where timelines collapse and karmic cycles end. The energy will be heavy yet electric, like standing in the eye of a storm. But for the chosen, this is not a week of destruction, it is a week of initiation. The planets are not distant balls of rock and gas. They are cosmic mirrors reflecting the evolution of your soul. And as they move into this sacred formation, every hidden wound, every buried gift, every unfulfilled promise within you will come rushing to the surface. You were born for this alignment. This is your celestial summons. This alignment is more than an astrological spectacle. It's a divine decree echoing through the cosmos. As Pluto continues its slow, relentless march through Aquarius, it signals the death of outdated systems and the rise of a collective consciousness that cannot be silenced. This is not subtle energy. It is a dismantling force, tearing down the illusions of power, shaking governments, industries, and even personal relationships to their core. Aquarius carries the vibration of revolution, innovation, and liberation, meaning this Pluto transit is a spiritual earthquake that will rattle the cages of every soul still trapped in mediocrity. Meanwhile, Saturn in Pisces dissolves the boundaries between worlds, making dreams, visions, and spiritual downloads not just common, but unavoidable. For the sensitive ones, this may feel like a tidal wave of emotion, a flood of karmic memory washing through your spirit, yet this is the cleansing needed before ascension. Uranus in Taurus, restless and rebellious, cracks open the false structures humanity has idolized: money, possessions, comforts reminding you that only spiritual wealth is eternal. And Jupiter, the great expander, aligns with these forces to magnify every revelation, every test, every blessing. This is why your life feels like it's accelerating, why the lessons are so intense. You are being calibrated for a reality that is breaking through the veil. The stars are speaking, not in riddles, but in bold declarations. And their message is this: everything that is not rooted in truth will crumble, but everything rooted in spirit will flourish beyond imagination. This is the astrological stage. For the 9 catalytic events to come, this is the sky rewriting destiny itself. And then there is the moon, the great keeper of mysteries, the silent witness of your soul's evolution. In this revolutionary week of September 2025, the moon will not simply illuminate the night sky. It will open portals between realms. As it moves through its phases, it aligns with both Neptune and Pluto, creating a bridge between your subconscious and the divine. Expect your dreams to become vivid prophecies, filled with symbols that unlock forgotten wisdom. The veil will be thinner than ever. Messages from ancestors, guides, and even future timelines will seep through like whispers carried on moonlight. A superfull moon will blaze in Pisces during this week, flooding the world with luminous truth, exposing spiritual deception and stirring deep emotional tides. Under this moon, you will feel both your shadow and your light rise to the surface, demanding reconciliation. It is a celestial mirror, reflecting every wound you've avoided and every power you've forgotten you possess. And just as quickly, a razor-sharp new moon in Libra will follow, sealing contracts in the spiritual realm, agreements your soul made before you incarnated, now coming to fruition. These lunations are not random. They are keys to portals. On the night of the full moon, expect intense purges, emotional releases, and sudden revelations. On the night of the new moon, expect opportunities, alliances, and spiritual upgrades that could shift your life trajectory forever. The moon is not merely reflecting sunlight this week. It is reflecting the blueprint of destiny, glowing as a torchbearer for the chosen ones. Every phase, every degree is perfectly timed, as though heaven itself is orchestrating your awakening to perfection. What makes this September unlike any other is not just the intensity of these alignments, but their rarity. This celestial symphony has been building for centuries, every planetary orbit weaving an intricate pattern, every eclipse and retrograde serving as a drumbeat leading to this very week. The last time we saw a similar vibrational convergence was during ages of great upheaval and rebirth times, when empires fell, spiritual revolutions ignited, and humanity's consciousness leaped forward. We are now standing at the threshold of such a moment. Neptune and Pluto's subtle dance hasn't graced the skies in this way for lifetimes. Their union whispers of endings so deep that entire soul contracts will dissolve overnight, making space for destinies long delayed. Saturn's positioning over Pisces, with Uranus shaking Taurus, creates a cosmic crossroad, where spiritual wisdom collides with material illusions, forcing humanity to decide what truly matters. These alignments are not gentle invitations. They are commands from the divine, demanding that the sleepers wake, the warriors rise, and the healers remember who they are. Even the nodes of destiny, those mystical points charting the evolution of your soul, are positioned in a rare polarity between Aries and Libra, signaling karmic battles between individuality and unity, self and collective, ego and spirit. This isn't just astrology, it's divine mathematics, a master equation of heaven solving itself through you. And if you've been feeling like your life has been stripped bare in recent months, it's because these planetary alignments have been preparing you for this precise convergence. The pressure, the delays, the strange synchronicities were not punishment, they were initiation. You are being positioned for a moment of destiny the universe has been weaving for generations. Astrology is often dismissed as entertainment by those who are asleep, but this alignment will silence even the skeptics. The skies in September 2025 will hum with an almost audible vibration, as if the constellations themselves are alive, singing an ancient song of remembrance. Venus, the planet of love and harmony, enters a rare harmonic aspect with Chiron, the wounded healer, turning relationships into mirrors and every connection into a catalyst for transformation. Old soul contracts will surface, some to be released, others to be renewed with greater spiritual depth. Mars, the warrior, ignites in Gemini, charging the mental realm and shaking stagnant thought patterns, while Mercury, the messenger, a critical degree in Virgo, sharpening discernment and making the whispers of spirit crystal clear to those who listen. The universe is not chaotic. It is coded, ordered, and precise, and this week reveals just how intricate that design truly is. Imagine the planets as keys on a divine piano, each transit striking a note that resonates within your DNA, awakening ancient gifts and memories buried in the marrow of your soul. This isn't random, it's a preordained symphony, written before you even took your first breath. The energy will be felt in your body, buzzing at your crown, tightening in your chest, churning in your gut, and for the sensitive, the skies may feel overwhelming, as if every star is staring back, calling you by your true, eternal name. If you are feeling restless, on edge, or inexplicably emotional, it is because your spirit is already in conversation. With these alignments, this is not a distant future prophecy. It's already happening, and the week ahead is the crescendo of that cosmic song. These alignments are not simply planetary positions. They are gateways, cosmic doorways that open once in lifetimes, allowing light codes to pour into humanity's collective consciousness. During this revolutionary week, the fabric of reality will feel thin, almost fragile, as if you could reach through the air and touch eternity. The planets form what mystics call a celestial lattice, a sacred geometry of energy lines that activate specific frequencies within your spirit. You'll feel it in ways that defy logic, ringing in your ears as though angels are whispering, flashes of insight that appear out of nowhere, déjà vu that feels like prophecy instead of coincidence. Even your technology may glitch, time may seem to warp, and emotions will swing like a pendulum, not because you are unstable, but because your system is recalibrating to hold more divine light. Those who resist this energy will feel chaos. Those who surrender will feel liberation. Jupiter's expansive energy will amplify synchronicities, turning ordinary moments into holy encounters. Saturn's stern presence will demand responsibility for your thoughts and actions, ensuring that only those aligned with truth can ascend through this portal. The moon's influence, paired with Neptune's mystical waves, will dissolve the illusions you've been living under, unveiling spiritual truths so undeniable that they will haunt those who try to ignore them. This is a divine initiation, an energetic baptism washing over humanity. For the chosen, this week will feel like stepping into a different dimension, a shift so tangible that your senses, your relationships, your very perception of reality will never be the same. The universe is not inviting you to watch. It is commanding you to step through. All of this astrological energy builds toward a singular moment, the opening of a spiritual gateway that has been locked for centuries. This is why the air feels different, why even your body is sensing change before your mind can understand it. The skies of September 2025 are not random. They are a cosmic scroll being unrolled, a divine script playing out in real time. Eclipses, lunar nodes, retrogrades, and rare conjunctions converge to create a vibrational storm unlike anything our world has seen. It is a celestial summons, a trumpet call, a cosmic enough from the heavens. And in this precise week, these alignments will manifest as 9 catalytic events, 9 spiritual earthquakes that will ripple through every soul on earth. These will not be events in the way humanity measures time. They will be revelations, activations, and shifts so profound that history itself will bow to this moment. The chosen will not merely witness this energy. They will embody it, carrying the codes of a new world within their very DNA. This is why your path has been heavy, why your trials felt merciless. The universe has been tempering you, refining you, preparing you to carry the weight of glory that is about to descend. The astrology of this season is a divine chessboard, and every planet is a move made by the hand of God. Nothing is accidental. Every retrograde is a lesson, every conjunction a key, every opposition a test. And as the clock strikes this revolutionary week, the sky itself will seem alive. Its movements choreographed to awaken, to dismantle, to birth. Prepare your heart, because what is coming is not just astrology, is destiny. Encoded in starlight, unfolding before your eyes, the first wave will come like a flood and emotional purge, so powerful it will feel as though the weight of lifetimes is pouring out of you. This is not just sadness or heaviness. This is your soul's ancient grief rising to the surface, demanding to be released. The astrology of this week will dig deep, pulling hidden wounds from your spiritual DNA, forcing you to face the shadows you've kept buried. For the chosen ones, this will feel both painful and liberating, like the breaking of chains you didn't even know you wore. You may find yourself crying without knowing why, trembling as visions of past lives or ancestral pain pass through you like a storm. Don't resist it. This is the cleansing, the spiritual detox that prepares your vessel for the light codes that are coming. The universe cannot pour new wine into an old wineskin, and this purge is heaven's way of making room for the glory ahead. Dreams will intensify, memories will surface, and triggers will multiply, not to harm you, but to free you. Every tear you shed will be a key, unlocking doors you thought were forever closed. This is the first sign that the revolution week has begun. You will feel lighter, clearer, but only after you allow the purge to wash over you like a tidal wave. This is not punishment. It is prophecy fulfilled. You are being emptied so you can be filled. And as this first event sweeps through your spirit, you will know with absolute certainty that something monumental is shifting in the unseen. The world will call it anxiety or exhaustion, but the awakened will recognize it for what it truly is. The great spiritual exhale before the divine inhale of destiny. The second event will come cloaked in shadow, subtle yet piercing, a series of spiritual tests designed to strip away every illusion still lingering in your life. This is where discernment becomes your greatest weapon. As Neptune's fog swirls with Saturn's stern gaze, many will stumble, unable to tell truth from deception, divine guidance from spiritual distraction. You will be tempted to doubt your calling, to question the visions you've received, even to abandon the path you've been walking. This is not a coincidence. It is a divine filtration system, a holy fire meant to separate the awakened from the deceived. Relationships may reveal their true colors. Hidden motives will rise to the surface. People who once seemed trustworthy may suddenly feel like strangers, and what you once leaned on for comfort will be exposed as unstable ground. The world will look like a hall of mirrors, filled with distorted reflections. This is not meant to terrify you, but to sharpen your spiritual sight. Heaven is training your spirit to see beyond appearances, to hear truth not with your ears, but with your soul. You are being prepared to lead in a world where deception runs rampant, and this test is your initiation. The chosen will feel the discomfort, but will also feel the quiet pull of divine wisdom, guiding them through the fog. Trust that pull. Do not react in fear, for this event is a refining fire, forging your spirit into unshakable strength. The illusions you face this week are not traps. They are mirrors, showing you what still needs to die within you. And as you walk through this labyrinth of shadow, remember, you are not being tested to fail. You are being tested to reveal the warrior within. The third event will feel like stepping into a dream, while awake a surge of psychic gifts, synchronicities, and soul downloads so vivid they'll shake you to your core. The veil will thin to the point of transparency. Visions will flash before your eyes like lightning, and divine whispers will follow you through every waking moment. You may wake from dreams that feel like entire lifetimes, carrying wisdom you never studied but somehow know in your bones. Numbers will repeat in divine patterns: 111, 333, 777, not as coincidence, but as heaven's secret codes. Songs, signs, conversations with strangers will all become vessels for divine messages, each one a breadcrumb, guiding you closer to your destiny. Your intuition will sharpen beyond logic. What once felt like gut feelings will now strike like prophecy. This is your spiritual DNA awakening, unlocking abilities you carried in lifetimes past but buried in this one. Some will suddenly begin hearing guidance clearly. Others will see visions or feel energy moving through their hands. These gifts are not random. They are keys, placed in you for this very hour. Heaven has waited for this precise alignment to activate these codes, because you are stepping into a role of leadership, healing, and revelation that this world desperately needs. For the chosen, this event will feel both overwhelming and electrifying, like a current of light rushing through your body. This is your calling awakening at full power. Do not doubt it. Do not run from it. These synchronicities and gifts are proof that you are aligned with heaven's plan for this week of revolution. You are not losing your mind, you are remembering who you truly are. The fourth event will shake the very ground beneath your soul, the collapsing of old timeline. This is not poetic language, it's a spiritual reality. You will feel parts of your life, dreams you once clung to, even versions of yourself, disintegrating in real time. Choices you made years ago, paths you never walked, relationships the thought would last forever, all of it will either dissolve or transform in this cosmic fire. This is not loss. This is liberation. The universe is collapsing the false timelines you've been trapped in, severing ties with cycles that no longer serve your divine destiny. You may notice sudden endings, job falling apart, friendships fading, plans unraveling, but behind this seeming chaos is a masterful reordering of your life. Heaven is cutting away every detour and dead end, forcing you onto the path you were always meant to walk. For the chosen, this process may feel like standing in an earthquake while everything familiar crumbles. But trust this, nothing of eternal value will be lost. The doors closing now were never meant to take you where you're going. The collapse of these timelines will feel intense because they are tied to your ego's sense of safety. But your spirit knows better. Your spirit has been waiting for this release, so you can step into a reality aligned with your soul's original blueprint. Pay attention to the signs. Sudden clarity, shocking truths, and divine redirections will mark this event. The walls of the old world are falling, so the gates of the new one can open. This is the reset you prayed for, though it won't arrive in the way you expected. The fifth event rises from the ashes of the fourth. Like dawn breaking after a storm, the birthing of new timelines. These aren't just new opportunities, they are entirely new realities, vibrating on a frequency you've never walked in before. Where one door slams shut, 3 more will open, each one dripping with divine alignment. This is not a season of luck. This is destiny catching up to you. You'll feel it in your spirit first, a sense of clarity and direction that pierces through confusion like sunlight slicing fog. Suddenly, what felt impossible will become inevitable. Relationships will align, resources will appear, visions will crystallize, and divine connections will come seemingly out of nowhere. This is not coincidence. That's the fruit of every prayer, every sacrifice, every tear you've sown in hidden seasons. Heaven is releasing you into timelines that reflect your true calling, your higher self, your eternal purpose. But these new realities won't just arrive fully formed. They will require courage to step into. The chosen are being handed keys, not completed palaces. The doors are wide open, but only the faithful will have the strength to walk through them. Pay close attention to divine nudges, synchronicities, and sudden inspiration this week. These are your roadmaps into the new. The energy will feel lighter, freer, almost surreal, as if you've stepped into a prophetic dream. That's because you have. This is the moment where prophecy becomes reality, and you begin walking in a destiny your soul wrote long before time began. The 6th through 9th events will cascade like lightning strikes, each one shaking a different layer of your reality. The 6th is a global awakening ripple, a surge of spiritual consciousness that will sweep through humanity like a sudden wind, waking up souls who have been asleep for decades. Expect conversations with loved ones to shift overnight, strangers to speak prophecy without realizing it, and entire communities to feel an unseen pull toward truth. The 7th event is the unveiling of hidden power structures, both in the world and in your own life. Secrets will surface, lies will crumble, and what was concealed will be shouted from the rooftops. For the chosen, this means a dismantling of every shadow contract you've unknowingly signed, setting you free to walk in authority. The 8th event is a spiritual empowerment unlike anything you've felt before. Divine surge of courage, creativity, and clarity that will flood your mind and body. This is your mantle being activated. You'll feel an undeniable sense that you were created for this exact hour. And finally, the 9th event is the Great Convergence, the physical and spiritual realms colliding so dramatically that miracles will no longer be rare. They will become the new normal. Dreams will manifest instantly. Prayers will be answered with shocking speed, and your faith will become a magnet for supernatural intervention. These final 4 events will unfold in quick succession, like dominoes, falling in divine order. And when they do, your spirit will recognize this truth. You are no longer preparing for the future. You are living inside prophecy itself. This is the culmination of generations of prayer, the moment your soul has been aching for. The world will not understand it, but the chosen will feel the fire of destiny burning in their bones. To navigate this week, chosen one, you must become intentional with your spirit like never before. This is not a time for passivity or distraction. This is a time to armor yourself in light and align your energy with heaven's frequency. Begin each day in stillness, even if only for a few minutes, and breathe deeply until your spirit feels anchored. Call on divine protection, invoke angels, ancestors of light, and the spirit of truth to surround you like a fortress. Visualize yourself clothed in golden light, your aura glowing like a shield, repelling every shadow and illusion sent to shake you. This week, your spiritual hygiene is your weapon. Cleanse your home with sacred smoke, salt, or prayer, declaring every corner of your space holy ground. Carry crystals if you're led, anoint your doors with oil, or speak affirmations over your mirror until your reflection radiates power. Your spirit is a temple, and this week the temple will either be fortified or invaded. Choose to fortify. Even your thoughts are altars right now, so guard them fiercely. Do not allow fear or despair to build nests in your mind. The energy will be chaotic, yes, but you are not called to chaos. You are called to be a pillar of peace. When the storms rage, anchor yourself in the voice of the divine, and remember, protection is not something you hope for. It is something you actively invoke. You are not defenseless. You are not alone. You are surrounded by legions of unseen warriors, and this week, they are closer than ever. The chosen must also engage in sacred practices that amplify the energy of this week. Journaling becomes a lifeline. Write not just what you see, but what you feel, what your soul whispers in silence. These writings are spiritual blueprints, a record of your awakening that the universe reads and responds to. Fasting, whether partial or full, clears your body and mind, making you a vessel for divine downloads and visions. Water becomes sacred. Moon water, blessed and infused with intention, will hold the frequency of your prayers and manifest your soul's desires. Meditation is no longer optional. It is your portal to clarity, a time to align with cosmic currents and hear the whispers of angels above the noise of the world. And manifestation, chosen one, must now be deliberate. Speak your truth, declare your alignment, and act as though destiny is already unfolding in your favor. Every thought, every word, every intention carries weight this week. Resist the temptation to succumb to external chaos. The world may feel unmoored, but your soul can remain a lighthouse. Light candles for clarity, chant for courage, and walk barefoot if the earth calls you to ground. Every action becomes a conduit for divine energy. These rituals are not mere tradition. They are the bridge between your human experience and your spiritual authority. This is your training ground for ascension, and each practice you engage in will ripple through reality, aligning you with the paths that the stars themselves have prepared. Amid the whirlwind of September 2025, you must learn to move like still water, chosen one. The world will feel like it's collapsing into noise arguments, sudden news, emotional storms, but you are not called to be swept away. Anchor yourself daily in practices that tether your spirit to heaven. Grounding exercises, breath work, prayer, or even simply walking in nature with mindful intention. Avoid distractions that scatter your energy. Social media, gossip, or reactive conversations can dilute the potent frequencies raining down from the stars. Your thoughts are sacred, your attention is a vessel, and every moment spent in alignment strengthens your capacity to navigate these 9 critical events. When panic rises, close your eyes and visualize roots descending from your spine into the heart of the earth, drawing up stability, power, and clarity. The chaos around you is temporary. Your divine center is eternal. Listen to the nudges of intuition. They are louder now than ever, and will guide you through situations that seem impossible to navigate. Protect your energy as fiercely as you protect your vision. Surround yourself with people, spaces, and practices that honor your vibration. This week, you are not just surviving, you are consciously shaping reality. Every choice to remain aligned strengthens the threads of your new timelines and ensures that when the dust settles, you will stand not as a victim of circumstance, but as a sovereign participant in destiny. Remember, the chosen are not defined by external chaos. They are defined by the strength of their inner light. This is the week for decisive, soul-aligned action. Chosen one. The energies flowing through September 2025 are not gentle suggestions. They are divine imperatives, urging you to step fully into your purpose. Every choice you make now will ripple across timelines, shaping not only your future, but the collective consciousness of humanity. Pay attention to the moments where your heart pulses with clarity, where your intuition guides without hesitation. These are the crossroads where destiny waits. Choose courage over comfort, truth over illusion, love over fear. Small acts of alignment speak in your authentic truth, releasing toxic attachments. Dedicating time to spiritual growth will compound, accelerating your ascent and anchoring the new realities being birthed this week. Resist the temptation to revert to old patterns. They will be tempting, familiar, and deceptively comforting, but they belong to timelines that no longer serve your highest good. Instead, step into rituals, prayers, and choices that resonate deeply with your soul's calling. This is your sacred responsibility, and the universe will meet you halfway, empowering every aligned decision with divine momentum. Remember, this week is not a rehearsal. It is a moment of creation, a portal through which your most authentic, powerful self emerges. Walk through it with intention, with faith, and with the certainty that you were chosen for this exact hour. The ripple of your decisions will extend far beyond what you can see, shaping realities in ways only the divine fully understands. Do not underestimate the magnitude of what is unfolding. Chosen one, you were not placed on this earth to observe. From the sidelines, you were chosen to witness, to feel, and to act within this revolutionary week. The energies converging in September 2025 will touch every layer of existence. The physical, the emotional, the mental, and the spiritual. Those who ignore this call risk being swept backward into old cycles, repeating karmic patterns that no longer serve evolution. But youth awakened, the seekers, the ones whose souls have been whispering more, you are the architects of this new reality. Every vision you receive, every insight you trust, every pulse of courage you follow is a thread in a tapestry of the future being woven this very week. The revolution is not an abstract concept. It is happening right now through the chosen, through the sensitive, through the brave who dare to look at the storm and step forward anyway. You are selected for this moment because your spirit is strong, your heart resilient, and your vision aligned with the divine. Ignore it at your peril, for the universe does not tolerate hesitation lightly during times like this. Those who rise will walk into power and clarity that the world cannot comprehend. Those who falter may find themselves trapped in the gravity of past cycles, repeating lessons that have already been written and failed. This week is a dividing line, a spiritual threshold, where destiny calls and the chosen answer. The storm may roar, the shadows may dance, but your light is not optional. You were chosen for this hour because the world needs witnesses, warriors, and carriers of truth. Hear this, chosen one. Ignoring this week is not merely a missed opportunity, is a trap, a subtle ensnarement into cycles that will repeat until your spirit remembers. The energies of September 2025 will not wait for hesitation or doubt. They will surge forward, reshaping reality, whether you participate consciously or not. To turn away is to risk being swept backward into karmic loops, reliving lessons already mastered, confronting shadows you thought were gone, and watching opportunities for ascension slip through your fingers. The Revolution Week is a doorway, and those who fail to step through will feel its power as an ache in the chest, a whisper of what could have been, a haunting reminder that destiny was calling and they chose distraction instead. But for the chosen who answer, the rewards are immeasurable. Clarity of purpose, empowerment of spirit, activation of gifts long dormant, and alignment with a reality that resonates with the deepest truths of your soul. You were chosen to witness, to act, to embrace this turning of the cosmic wheel. Your ancestors, your guides, and the unseen realms are watching every hesitation. Every alignment, every choice is known and acknowledged. Do not wait for the world to make sense. It never will. The signs are everywhere. The stars, the moon, the synchronicities, the trembling of your own spirit. Ignore them at your peril, but embrace them with courage, and you will step fully into the destiny that was written in the heavens long before your birth. The sky is not just watching, it is speaking. Every star, every alignment, every lunar glow is a message carved into the fabric of your soul. September's Revolutionary Week is not an event to fear, it is a door. A sacred portal swinging wide to reveal realities you were always meant to inhabit. The choice before you is profound. Will you walk through it, embracing the destiny the universe has painstakingly aligned for you? Or will you remain chained to the past, to timelines that no longer serve, to illusions that were never yours to carry? This is not metaphor, it is a summons. The 9 critical events, the cosmic alignments, the tides of synchronicity, they are all converging, calling only the chosen, the awake, the brave, to step forward. Feel the pulse of heaven in your veins, the fire of the stars in your chest, and the whispers of your higher self in your mind. Your ancestors waited for this hour. Your soul remembers the promise made before you incarnated, and now, the universe demands your courage, your faith, your clarity. Walk through this doorway with intention, with reverence, with love, and you will emerge not merely transformed, but empowered, aligned, and fully awake to the grand tapestry of existence. The revolution is here. It is real. It is yours to step into. Do not let this moment pass. The world changes in weeks like this, and you were chosen to change with it.